I don't know. Just don't break them.
Don't break them. The windows? No, my Windows key.
Yeah.
I want so badly to rip my Windows key off of my
Why?
keyboard because I hit it on accident sometimes when I'm playing games, and then it just messes everything up because then it alt tabs because it automatically goes to like the Windows thing.
Oh,
You
yeah, okay.
you never hit it accidentally while you're playing games?
Not where mine is. I like hitting it and then print screen to take screenshots, and that's really fun.
That's fair. Welcome back to the podcast, guys.
Oh, have you started now?
Yeah, it started
What a great way to start episode two.
talking about the Windows key. Better than passport talk. Freaking.
What? That was fun. I was trying to figure out if I'm an adult or a child. I think neither, actually.
Your child.
Um, Children, well, actually, I was gonna say children don't have beards, but that's a lie.
Children don't have what?
Children don't have, I'm an adult because I got a beard, but I was like, well, children have beards sometimes. You remember cadets? Like, there were some kids with,
Am
like,
I a child?
well, yeah, I think so, actually.
No, I got stubble. I got little
I got
pubes.
double.
I got little pubes there. I've been keeping it shaved recently because I don't like having my hair doesn't grow enough to make it look like a beard, so I don't like having it on my face. So
I
I
mean,
usually
that's
just shave
fair.
it.
If you just got like little whiskers, it's not anything,
Oh,
you
when I
know.
was younger, I know I've shown you this, but the podcasters don't know this, the little listeners. You know how used to have like just like little hairs and then just those three long ones on the corner? Do you remember?
Yeah, it's so bad.
It was so bad. Like I just had like whiskers on the right side of my chin. It was miserable. I need to move this back. I keep smacking it. Hold on. There we go. Uh so it's been a minute. It's been a hot minute since we did the first
Yeah, your
episode.
background's all different from the last episode.
It is. It's different because I'm in a dorm room now. I'm a college
Ooh,
boy.
wow. How's it
Whoa.
feel?
I hate it. I forgot I hate school, bro.
I went to college, remembered why I left.
I forgot I hate school. Honestly, like it's not that bad. It's just like one teacher who's just like very irritating. Technically,
There
there's
always
two
is.
teachers that are irritating, but one of them is like he's not really teaching us, so I don't call him a teacher, you know?
What, he's just an informer?
Kinda, yeah.
Wait, that sounds shady.
He's our informant on the inside. No, he's been like like the way he teaches is he just like mutes a video of what we're supposed to be doing and then just talks over it and just
That
repeats
man's
what the
just a
guy
narrator. That's all he is.
he makes this 15-minute video take 25 minutes for us to get through, and it's very annoying. And then he'll be like, okay, the homework for this week is to do the stuff we're supposed to do next week so that we can review it. And I'm like, if we have to do it before you teach it to us, then why are you here?
Yeah, usually they teach and then you go over it, not the other way
Yeah.
around.
To be fair, I gotta give him credit. It's not like he doesn't know what he's doing because he doesn't know what he's talking about, but it's still like irritating, you know, to say the least. So yeah, but other than that, it's been pretty chill. I enjoy it.
Okay, okay, that's good. See, like my whole college experience was not the typical one
Yeah,
because
I know
like
your
I see
college
all those
experience. I was
movies.
there.
I know, but like, because you see all the movies, and it's like, oh yeah, you
Uh-huh.
get to go out partying, you get to meet all these people, and then my whole experience was sitting in a room by myself with a computer,
No,
and that
sometimes
was
I was
it.
there.
Yeah, you were there also.
Well, yeah, because originally you moved out to go enjoy like the college life, the college experience, and then boom, the forbidden COVID.
Yeah, that
The
really put a whole
sick.
damper on the thing.
Honestly, before I didn't think it wasn't real, but now I'm just like, how are we just chilling now? Like COVID just stopped existing.
I, like it didn't, but like,
No,
it's
it didn't
just,
stop existing, but all of a sudden it's just not as bad, and I'm just like, okay, whatever. I
yeah,
think it's because
yeah,
everyone's
yeah.
vaccinated. I don't know. I don't know how COVID works.
Anyway, I wanted to talk to you about coffee because you
Coffee?
worked at a coffee shop.
No, yeah, I did.
Now, were you a big coffee drinker before that?
Um, I want to say no. Like, I did have my cup of coffee here and there before that. But once I actually got there, I was working like morning shifts when I was on like a nightly routine that I just needed a coffee in the morning. But here's the thing is sometimes coffee makes me loopy.
What do you mean?
Like, I don't know how to explain it. Like, first part I want to preface this by we're in Canada, so it's legal. You ever been high? Like,
You're telling me coffee gave you the same feelings as like being
no, but it was
high?
similar. Like, it just felt like my brain was like, like it was just like slowed down. Like I was still functioning and doing everything, but like my brain just wasn't processing it at the speed it was supposed to.
Slow down. That's like the opposite of what everyone says coffee's supposed to be.
Well, the reason it would happen is because I would just the first thing I would do is drink coffee. I wouldn't eat anything or anything like that. So I think that's
Oh,
what the
okay.
problem was is I was just going straight to coffee before I had anything to eat. So that was like I think that's the reason why because whenever I ate and had coffee, I was fine. But like as soon as I had a coffee in the morning, I was just like raw, like loopy brain. But I was still awake and I was still doing everything, you know.
That's like some people only have a cup of coffee in the morning.
Yeah, I can't do that. It makes me high.
Well, I want to ask too because like I've never been a big coffee guy. I always like tea more because I think that just the flavor's way better. Um,
You're a liar. I seen you function. I seen you get a little latte sometimes. You know, don't lie to me.
well, no, I get the tea lattes is the thing.
Oh,
So
I
it's
guess
a
that's fair.
tea
Yeah.
with milk. Yeah. Although if you order that at some restaurants, you're like, "Could I get like a chai tea latte?" They look at you funny and they're like, "So coffee?" And I'm like, "No, no, no. Tea with milk. That's the latte part." And they're like, "Yeah, we don't do that here." And I'm like, "But you have tea." And they're like, "Yes." And you have milk, and they're like, "Yes." Just put them together, and they're like, "No."
Nah, I get it. Well, because that's the
um,
thing is like it's not just supposed to be just milk. It's supposed to be frothy milk.
I mean, technically, but like sometimes I'll just take what I can get. But the thing is, so that's what I was working with before. But recently, I do like my job has me waking up early in the mornings.
Sure. Yeah.
And sometimes at the end of the week, there's like a lot of stuff I gotta get done. So I will wake up and I'm like, it's gonna be a long day. So I decided to like pull into the drive-through and get like a cup of iced coffee in the morning. And that has
Mm,
been. No, you don't like the iced coffee?
I don't like the taste of cold coffee. Like you ever like. I guess you don't really drink a lot of hot coffee. When you drink hot coffee, once it
No.
gets cold, it's just like it just like loses all of its
But
sweetness that it's supposed to have when I put my
sweetness.
well,
It's so
cause
bitter.
no, but I put 2 sugar, 2 cream,
Okay, okay.
so it's
The
like a
double
little bit
double.
it's like a little bit more sweet. There's only like a slight bitterness, and that's what I like about it is that there's only a slight bitterness with the double double, and it's not too sugary like with the triple. I don't know how people drink that.
I went with cream 5 sugars and that was pretty good.
Shut up, you watch too much anime. If anybody who doesn't get that is from Ruby. No, I would like drink it, but then I'd have to drink it like quickly. I couldn't drink it when I first get it because then it was too hot.
Yeah,
But
you
I
can't
couldn't
burn
drink
your
it.
mouth.
I couldn't wait too long because then it was too cold. So I'd just be like in this like limbo of just like not drinking it at the start, and then it'd get to the middle where it's just like the perfect temperature, and I just start doing shots of it. I'm like, I think
Can't
it's
wait
another
for
reason why I was
Goldilocks
also loopy because I wouldn't just like because coffee is supposed to be like a sipping drink, but I would just chug that
Oh my
shit.
god, it's time.
No, yeah, because coffee's supposed to be like a sipping drink, but at my job, it was very like fast paced because everybody wants coffee in the morning. So it was like I'd get through the rush, and I'd be like, oh, and then I'd go back to the rush, and I'd go back, I'm like, oh.
Yeah, yeah, okay, maybe that was part of it actually.
Yeah, maybe that's why I was a loopy, because it didn't affect me like when we went to the expo that one year. Like that coffee
Yeah,
was actually
right, you did have coffee.
To be fair, that's Starbucks coffee, guys. You guys is a coffee shop, and your coffee's awful. Is this why
You're
you have
calling
all the
them
other
out?
drinks? Is this why you have all the other drinks? Their coffee's awful.
You haven't had the pumpkin spice, the
I
PSL Life.
hate pumpkin spice. Oh my god, the one time I tried pumpkin spice was when I had your sisters when she had that the it was when we went to the first expo, like the first one we went to that I went to. I
Okay,
mean.
yeah, she gets some fancy
She
things
got
I
like
don't
a
understand sometimes.
we went to Tim Hortons and she got a pumpkin spice ice cap is what it was. And I
Okay.
don't like cold coffee to begin with, and now there's like some weird spicy pumpkin in it, and I was just like, not a vibe, bro.
It's the spicy pumpkin.
It was gross. Not good. Not good.
But yeah, so I've been taking that iced coffee in the mornings on those long days, and it's been like pretty good, but like it like hits me. Like
Where are you
I
getting it
have
from? Are you getting it from a Timmy's?
it's Timmy's. It's the only place open at 4:30 in the morning. I'll have you know.
That's weird. Actually,
At
no. For
least
where you live, that's normal.
yeah, like the McDonald's doesn't even open until I think like 5:30, which is upsetting because like that's too late for me. Um
I've heard people say that McDonald's coffee is better than Tim's, and I personally never had it, so I don't know.
They like barricade their drive-through at 4:30 in the morning. I like can't even go through.
Okay, no, we do that too. We put like at my old shop, we used to put like little milk crates in front of it. But then there was this one time where it was like, I think it was during the fair weekend.
Mm.
I wasn't working either of those days. For some reason, they just didn't schedule me, which I thought was crazy. But they didn't. So I didn't work either of those days. And it was at like half an hour to close. It was super full. So they put the milk crates out early because they're like, we still have to shut everything down. Like, we haven't even started because you just been getting orders on orders on orders.
Oh
So
no,
they
did
put the milk
someone
crates out.
bulldoze it?
Yeah, there's like all the people just bulldozed it, and people were like at the front doors, like banging on it, like we need coffee, we need like there was like a riot about to happen just for coffee, and they were just like freaking out, and they were just trying to go home. Like it was crazy.
Man, yeah, sometimes people need their coffee. And like I said, I've been doing this every week, and I think I'm starting to understand a little bit. I don't think I'm a full coffee guy yet, but like sometimes it gives me that boost. My coworker has come in and been like, Jared, you're like different on those days you have coffee. And I'm like, I don't know, man. He's like, no, you're just like all over the place. And I'm like, but I get everything done. He's like, I guess so.
Are you still like one of the younger guys there, or is there more of you now?
I am the youngest person there, yeah.
Yeah, that is a struggle. It's very weird because like you're like close to being like, I want to say, if I'm guessing correctly, you're close to being the oldest in your class, right? Like when you were
what do
growing
you mean,
up.
yeah, I guess. Well, I was like, yeah, like second or third old. I was
Yeah,
oldest for a time, but then like classes changed, and I was like, yeah, second or third, because there was
and
like
that's
one person
crazy
was...
because I was close to being the youngest in my class. Literally, the only reason we're not in the same class is just because I was born a couple months earlier.
Yeah, you're 3 months older. So
Because I only found
the
out recently.
year-
I didn't even think about this until recently that like the way Canada, or specifically where we lived, did their classes is they put them all in the same year based on when they were born. Which I think is crazy because I always wondered, is like, how is it that I'm only 3 months older than you, but like,
Well, and to be fair,
in different grades.
it does change a little bit because I know like the guy who was oldest, he was like 2001, like just like a year before, but he was like a few months before, but his parents were like, no, we're gonna put you in this class, and then he decided to just go in that one.
I thought it was dumb.
Yeah.
Who are you talking about? I'll bleep it. Oh,
He was 2001, but
nah,
yeah,
he
they
was
just put him
smart.
Yeah. Well, he was, but also
Until he
they
started
just,
talking to
like-
his friends, and he just like be confused what he said.
Well, no, they didn't like they didn't hold him back. His parents just when they started him like in kindergarten, they just put him in like at the beginning. Just with
Oh,
our
I
class.
see. No, I was
Yeah.
like, as soon as I was able to go to the school, they threw me in it. I think it was
You're
just because
old enough, get out of our hair.
I think it was because both of my parents were working when I was younger, so they had like they needed to put me somewhere. But it was
We can't
weird.
keep
So
holding this child.
it was weird. Like so when I was younger, like you could start. I guess kindergarten is what it would be known as. I could start at 3 years old. So I got thrown in there at 3, but it was only like I called it school and I thought it went on for a long time. Turns out my mom told me otherwise. It was only like a 2-hour thing. Like I went there at 1 o'clock and got back at 3. But it was nice though because they had a little bus and I got to go on a little bus when I was 3.
Damn.
Mm-hmm. Well, because it wasn't that big of a town, but we were also 3-year-olds,
that's
so
fair.
they didn't want parents to go like drive us around when they didn't need to. And I was close enough where I could have walked. Would have been like a 10-minute walk.
But you still get to live that young school life with the bus and all the fun things.
Yeah, woo.
Okay, have I told you the stories about the Twilight Zone?
Like with Edward and Bella?
No. So there's this place that I affectionately call the Twilight Zone because weird shit keeps happening there.
Uh-huh. Okay.
So
This is where
place-
you live, right?
No, this is a different place that I have to drive through.
Because the
sometimes.
only thing I think of with like the Twilight Zone is that one time when me and you were driving to the expo together, and then we just entered this hazy fog for 2 hours, and then just came out and it was super sunny and super like.
Yeah, that was the same place.
That's
This is
the same
I'm talking
place?
about.
Okay,
Well,
hold on. Okay,
There's a town in that place.
Okay, this
that
changes
all this
everything.
shit happens.
this changes everything. Hold on. Go
I
on.
got more stories about this town. So in the Twilight Zone, I'll tell you about the McDonald's there.
Okay.
So we went there, and it was what was it? Me and my family were going on a road trip. I think we were going down to the city. And as we approached the McDonald's, we're like, we'll pick up some food. It's getting late. I think it was like 9 p.m. or something. And we're like, we'll pick something up. We'll keep heading down. It'll be great. So we stop at the McDonald's, and it's like there's a few cars there, so we go in, we're ordering, and then there's like just this one teen working behind the counter, and then like people are leaving already, and just leaving this one teen guy behind the counter, and
Wait, I
he's
was about to
like,
say,
"Oh, hi
I was about to say,
guys."
was there no other workers, just the teen, or like?
There was a couple, but they like just left. Like we saw two guys leave out the door, so it's just this teen behind the counter, and he's like, "How can I help you?" And we're like, burgers and fries and whatever, and then he's like, "Okay, okay." So then he gets all our stuff, gives us the order. We look in the bag, and we're like missing two hamburgers, and we're like, "Hey, could we like get two of our burgers?" And he's like, "What?" Oh, well, okay. So we get us our burgers. We're like, okay, whatever. We'll go. And then oh, actually, I messed it up. So we're going. We get to the car. Then we check. We see that we're missing the burgers. We go back inside to get the burgers. And as we do, there's this mother who is at the door, banging on the front door and screaming. She's like, "My daughter's in there! You locked my daughter in the McDonald's!" And then we look inside, and then there's just this one girl standing in front of the counter talking to the teen guy, like ordering some food or something. But they locked the door. They locked her mom out, and of course we're locked out, still trying to get these burgers.
What
so
time
then
does this
eventually,
happen at? Like, what time is
I
it?
think it was like 9 p.m. It wasn't that late. Like it was like
Oh. To be fair, small towns have a habit of just closing like everything down early. Like where we used to live, everything closed like 9 o'clock.
Yeah. But this is McDonald's. It's supposed to be like open, like. So the teen guy comes to the door, opens it in. The mother meets her daughter. They hug. It's like a sentimental reunion. Brings a tear to my eye.
Sentimental reunion, watching her daughter talk to the teen man.
I know. We go in, we're like, "Hey man, our burgers." And he's like, "Okay, okay." So then he gets us our burgers. We're like, "Okay, that's all good." And then we're like, "What happened?" He's like, "Yeah, we're really short staffed today. It's just like me and the cook in the kitchen." And I'm like, "Oh man, that sucks." And he's like, "Yeah, sorry, I've been trying my best." And we're like, "It's okay." He's like, "Oh, it's been a rough day." And his name was Simon. So shout outs to Simon out there.
He sounds like he was getting ready to trauma
zone.
dump on you. Like he's just talking about how like a hard day is, and like next thing you know, like 5 minutes later, he's like, "My mom died. I gotta do a car crash on the way here."
We get all our food, we go back to the car, we sit down, we're opening all our stuff, about to drive away, keep heading on the road on our road trip. And as we pull out, 3 cop cars roll into the parking lot, and we're like, what the hell happened? But of course, we don't want to deal with any of that, so we just leave. So not only did they mess up our order, did they lock a mother out of the restaurant, then police showed up. I don't know what was happening at this restaurant at like 9 p.m., but it was crazy.
Do you think they found a dead body in the deep fryer?
I don't know what Simon got up to, but he was having a rough day. So maybe someone just got on his nerves.
Was he talking like he was guilty?
Well, no.
Because I never I never experienced those like crazy like workplace stories. Like I never had anything crazy happy in the workplace. Happen in the workplace. Other than like
a happy moment.
Other than like this old homeless guy, you know, the old homeless guy who used to live in our town. They're the ones that were from the town over who actually had a house, but they would just come here to beg from people. Did you not know them?
Okay, sure, I guess so.
It was like that old couple. You don't know them? They always hung out by the museum.
Okay, yeah.
Yeah, so like they he would come into the place I was working at the time. It was like a fast food restaurant, and there was one next door at the time. It was a pizza shop and then our fast food place. He went to the pizza shop. I'm assuming he got himself some free pizza, but they told him he couldn't eat in there. So then he came to our place and started eating. And I told my manager, I was like, do we let him eat here? It's not even our food. And he's like, "Yeah, it's fine." I was like, "Cool," because it was empty, so I didn't really care. I mean,
like much. It's obviously not causing a problem, right?
He wasn't. And then he started digging in our garbage.
Okay.
Like he stuck his hand in our garbage, just like looking for like fries. He found some and he started eating those.
No.
Yeah, so he started eating garbage fries, and then he went from the table he was at to beside like the benches are by the cashier, by the registers where I am.
Okay.
And I'm watching him, and he's just sitting there, and then he just like looks at me, looks at the chair, throws up on the chair, looks back at me, and then leaves the restaurant. And I'm just like, dude, I'm like, why? And I'm getting, so I tell my manager, I'm like, dude, he threw up on the chair. I don't want to clean it. Can you come? He's like, no, you gotta clean it, bro. I'm not going anywhere near that. And I was like, fuck. I'm getting ready to go clean it. I got my rags out, and then people start coming in. So now I gotta just leave this throw up there while I'm taking registers. And now we look gross because they see this throw up sitting on the chair. And I'm just like, oh. Eventually, I don't get to clean it till it's all like dry and crusty.
Ugh. Man, you gotta be fast like those amusement park workers, because like kids are puking on those rides all the time, and they just like go in, spray it down, wipe it, good to go, you know?
That happened in front of me too when I was at an amusement park. I was with my
It
friend.
always does.
So there was this really big one, and it like spun, and it was like G-force would stick you to the wall. It was called the Starship 3000, and me and my friend went on there like 6 times, and we were like, the only reason we went on there a lot was because there was these other 2 kids, and they challenged us. They were like, "We bet you can't go on as much as we can,"
no.
and we were like, "Nah, we got this." So we do it. We got on one like 6 times. 7th time goes around, like, "You want for one more? One more? Come on, you got one more in you." And he's like, "Yeah, I got this." Looks forward. Throws up onto the stairs you used to get onto the ride, and then he's like, "One more." And I was like, no, you win, we're good. No, we don't want to do this anymore, you win.
I know that happened another time too. I was with my friend, and then we were about to get onto, what is it, the zipper, the one that like shakes you around the whole time, and we were getting on, and we're about to go. The cart opens up, the worker opens the door, and then there's just vomit everywhere, and he's like, "Oh, just one sec," sprays it down, wipes it, and he's like, "Okay, now get in." And we're like, "Oh, okay."
I would get out of line, bro. Oh, you would never catch me doing that.
I mean, it smelled fine. You know,
You sound
like
so
someone
confident.
just cleaned it.
You sound so confident.
That's how you make those core memories, you know?
Talk about core memories. That's such a dumb movie, bro. I remember like I was watching it like I went to like a youth conference. It was like a Jesus thing. I went to it, and they did like a full thing where they got like, it was like hundreds of kids, and we all went to go watch this movie. It was like they went to watch Inside Out, and everyone like, like, spoilers by the way if you haven't watched it. The part where like the imaginary friend dies.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, that happened. Everybody's like, oh, and I was just in the back. I was like, oh, come on. I said this out loud, and everybody's like, dude, what's wrong? So I was like, who cares? I was like, she's old, bro. She don't need him. She's chilling. Like, imagine you go to high school and you're talking to an imaginary friend, bro. They're gonna think you're schizo. They're not gonna think it's cute. They're gonna think you're a weird kid.
I was trying to search up the name, because I remember going to one of those youth things too, but it was huge. It was at this giant arena, and like Sean Desmond was there, and like
You probably went to. I know what you're talking about. It was called. Do I say what it was called?
I think so, because it's canceled now because there was a bunch of scandals with it.
Oh, I think you're just talking about the youth conference, wasn't it?
No. There was like a name for it though.
Because there was one in the big city near us that was just called like a youth conference. I went to a different one because I wasn't allowed to go to that one. Apparently, I went to one that was specifically for native kids like myself.
Oh.
It was weird. They had like that one, and then like you go to the woods, and then there was this one for native kids. I was like, why can't we go to this one? That looks cool. They're in like a big place. They're like, no. I'm like, okay, it's fine. We had a zip line.
Oh, we had glow sticks as we were at the concert because Sean Desmond was singing that song. Where he's like, "Nobody does it like you." You know that one?
This doesn't sound like a Jesus thing at all.
It was more like youth be good kind of thing. Not
Cringe.
necessarily so religious, just more like youth be youthful and live life.
That sounds miserable.
And then there was a bunch of scandals, and then it got shut down like the next year.
Scandals? What happened?
I don't know, man. I was looking this up like last year. I gotta do some research, but it was crazy.
That sounds crazy.
You said you thing, and that popped into my mind. I was like, yeah, that one was weird.
That
Although
is usually what happens.
The LED glasses they gave us, like those ones where it looks like window blinds.
Hold on, you keep talking about that. I'm kind of sweating bullets in this sweatshirt. I need to put a shirt on. Give me a second.
Yeah, they gave us cool glasses, cool lights, and it was a good time overall. They had free potato chips, or at least maybe I bought potato chips. I remember there being potato chips, and that was pretty good. Oh, another story about the Twilight Zone. Although I think he's not gonna hear it. I think he did take off his headphones. But this place. Oh, you're all stripy now, just
Yeah,
like
I'm
my glasses were
stripy.
at the youth conference.
Oh my god, get over it.
So anyway, this Twilight Zone. Um, this was another night. We were driving down, and we were like, I don't know, like 5 kilometers, not even. Like we could see like the signage of where the town was about to start. Like we were that close. And as
Uh-huh.
we were driving, it was about like it was later in the night. The sun had just set. It was getting dark out, and then a deer pops out onto the road, hits our car, and like the whole front side is just like awful. And so
Jesus.
of course that totally ruined our road trip because
Yeah, who
yeah.
cares about the deer? Oh, the road
So-
trip's ruined. It's like
But
a
it
dead
always
deer twitching
happens-
in the front.
in the Twilight Zone. Well, he like darted off back into the ditch, and we think he was fine. It was dark out. We're gonna go with he was fine, but our car was not. So we had to drive it back home. And as we're doing so, like we look at the front, it's like crunched in. Every time we hit a bump, you hear like scratching, and then we looked over and you could see sparks coming out the side of the car because the metal was grinding on the pavement. Eventually got all fixed up. It wasn't too bad, which was good. It didn't hit anything too major, but this Twilight Zone, it's crazy over there.
It sounds evil. I only remember like our experience with it, where we kind of just like entered this hazy fog that went on for like 2 hours of our drive, and then immediately like 2 seconds later it was just sunny and everything was happy. Like we didn't enter it. It was,
Yeah.
I just remember it being really weird. I'm trying to turn on streamer mode. There it is. Just real quick because I'm getting notifications.
Uh-huh. Another time when we were driving through, I saw the creature.
The creature? What is the creature?
Well, so you know how dogs look? And you know how cats...
Yes, I know how dogs look. I know how cats look.
It was like the size of maybe a bigger dog, but also it didn't move like a dog. Like it looked like a person on four things, like on stilts, like moving like this. It had like really long, lengthy limbs, but it was like fuzzy, like furry, like a maybe dog, but it didn't quite look like a dog. And it just ran across the highway as we entered this town. And then I was like, did everyone else see that thing? And they were like, yeah. And I was like, what was it? And they're like, maybe a dog. And I was like, but why did it look like that? And they're like, oh.
That sounds like a moose.
No. But moose that were big and they have like horns. This was like, it was
Could have been a
smaller, but
girl moose.
it,
Girl
I
mooses
mean,
don't have
look.
horns.
H,
Listen, it's either that or a Wendigo. I don't know what you want from me. Okay.
this is one mystery that might be left unsolved.
I-
All I'm
I-
saying is I saw things that night and I was
Listen,
scared.
those are like the one things you're not supposed to fuck with. Is like mythical creatures and things like that. But I want to so bad. I think they're so cool.
Would you ever want to go to like one of those haunted places?
Yes.
Like a haunted house or a haunted village or something. Like
Yes, but
you
I
see 'em
wanna-
every so often.
But I want to go with professionals. I don't want to go by myself with just some EMF reader and be like, yeah, where the ghost at? No, I
What
like.
do you mean? Yeah, that's the perfect time. We film the whole thing. We go. We check it out. What professionals? Who are you hiring? That's a professional ghost hunter.
I don't know. You know, you seen the shows when you were younger? Like
What? Yeah,
those guys seemed like they knew what they were doing.
yes and no.
There's also people on YouTube who do it all the time. Like I'm sure they know what they're doing.
We could be the ghost hunters.
Dude, we're in different provinces.
We'll meet up in the middle and find a haunted place there.
In fucking Saskatchewan? No.
This is a haunted field that goes on for miles.
Many cows died in this field.
I mean, you know, why do
Dude,
our crops keep mysteriously dying? Yeah, that's not. Yeah, maybe that's not as cool.
Jim, the cows are eating them. They're not dying. No, but we didn't have cows this year. It's winter, Jim.
Okay, but we'll workshop it. But I do think it would be cool to go to one of those haunted places.
I would
know
do it
would-
once, but the minute the ghosts start like touching me in unconsensually, I'm out. I'm gone.
You don't like that?
Like if I'm just sitting there and they're just like, you know, like I'm out. I'm gone.
Yeah, have you seen the ghost shows where like the guy's walking through the house and then he's like, something just grabbed my leg, and then they look at the camera and nothing was there, but then there's like a scratch mark on his leg, and then it's like, what?
Yeah,
How
I
did
don't
that
mess with
happen?
that. That's the only reason. Like a ghost is the one things I don't want to fuck with. Like I don't want to piss them off because then they just follow you.
I know I've talked to people too, and like a lot of people are like, oh yeah, I don't believe in ghosts, but don't you fuck with a Ouija board. It's like, okay, but you just said you don't believe, and they're like, yeah, I don't believe, but don't do it. Don't bring a Ouija board in here.
No, that's the thing is because like there's rules with Ouija boards. Do you know all the rules?
I've heard some things, and like
There's
it seems
rules,
like
so
a lot
like
of the times people play with them as games or jokes, but it's like I don't know. They're a little.
well,
There's
so
some more to them.
there's specific rules. If it actually does work, you have to always say goodbye, or else you piss off the ghost. Or like so the what it is it gives the ghosts a way in to talk to you, and then
You gotta
if
like
I remember
cut the
correctly,
connection.
yeah, you have to cut the connection. You have to say bye. It's kind of like when you're like talking to your mom and she starts asking you about your life, and you're like, like. Like and then another rule is wherever you use it you have to keep it there because the ghost is still attached to it, so if you bring it with you it's going to follow the Ouija board and it's going to haunt wherever you bring it with you. Another
Oh.
rule is
Oh my gosh, that makes a lot of sense. That's like all those videos online of people who are like, I just moved into this new house and I was exploring the attic and I found this Ouija board stuck in the sideboard. And
I
it's
found
like,
this Waluigi board up there.
Yahoo!
You're just like, is there a ghost here? And he's like, wah.
Wah.
Yeah, and then like another rule is if like you can't break it at all. Like if it breaks in any way, you're fucked.
Hmm. What? I mean, doesn't that? Okay, maybe it's just movies or something when they're like talking to the ghost and then it just like breaks in half.
Yeah, crazy that Hasbro's in this line of field, bro.
Yeah. What else? Are they the Mr. Potato Head guys or is that
Yeah,
a
they're the
Mattel?
Mr. Potato Head guys. They also do
Yeah.
Monopoly. It's crazy. It's like, do you want to play Monopoly or summon a demon?
You know, they have a wide range of. Oh, they also do Play-Doh and Monopoly.
Oh my
Okay.
god, I can eat Play-Doh while I summon a demon. That's sick.
Oh, and Transformers and Jenga.
Did you ever eat Play-Doh?
Like you have to a little bit. You have to
I
know
had
what
to
it
try a
tastes
little
like.
bit. Anybody who hasn't tried Play-Doh when they were younger, you're bitch made. Okay, that's all I'm saying.
Although to be fair, I think I tried. Maybe it was homemade stuff, so they were like you can eat it a little bit. Like it's a little healthier.
Nah, I get that Play-Doh brand, okay? I don't cheap out on my Play-Doh. I
No,
get
like,
that.
there was
I,
this-
I get that gourmet shit.
No, when I was a kid, there was like there was this one lady who just sold a bunch of Play-Doh at like this farmer's market, and so we'd go.
What kind of Play did you get? I got old lady Play-Doh.
Yeah, yeah, she had like all these different colors. It was great, and it like smelled fun, and it was like great. So then you like, play with it. It was the best.
I played with this old lady's Play-Doh.
I
Like just
remember
the
not
things you
being-
do sound so sketchy. I hope you know this.
I remember not being very creative as a kid too. So like I'd get the Play-Doh and I'd be like, oh man, I could build so much stuff. And like I thought Pokemon were cool. So I'm like, oh, I could like make a Pokemon. So I made like Geodude, which as you know is a circle with two arms.
So with arms, he's like this. He's like, rawr.
So I just had a ball and then I put two little arms on him and I'm like, wow, it's Geodude. And that was like the extent of my
I've been
Play-Doh building.
I've been on the weird
prowess.
side of TikTok when it comes with Pokemon. Like
Uh-huh.
I've been on this like one account who just like my kids keep talking about how they want Pokemon to be real. No, you don't. And then he just shows all the weird Pokédex entries, like how Mimikyu
Oh.
will like make
Okay.
people think it's a Pikachu and then eat them.
There were two ways you could have went with. I've been on the weird side of TikTok with Pokemon.
Yeah, I haven't seen them talk
Why'd you
about that
went this way?
Vaporeon puss. I'll tell you.
Okay, yeah, that was the other way you could have went.
Listen, people who want to bang Pokemon, that's all you. You stay on your side of the internet, I'll stay on mine, okay? Snorlax could get it,
Seen
though.
some of them, like okay,
Snorlax
you
could get
it.
Snorlax. Oh.
So, anyways, Mimikyu, yeah.
Yeah, so Mimikyu, like, cause he looks like a Pikachu, right? Not like he looks like a knockoff Pikachu. But what he does is he like makes kids think he's a Pikachu. And they're like, oh, I want to go play with the Pikachu, and he eats them and he kills them. And then there's another Pokemon where if he dies, the world ends, And like, oh, it's just
See,
crazy.
The one I always remember is Drifloon, because he's like that balloon Pokemon, and then he would like go and play with kids, but then every time like the kids would go and play with him, he would lure them away, and then he would like take them away, and then the kids would be lost and never seen again because he's just a
Yeah.
balloon that would carry kids away, and it's like what?
Well, yeah, and then I think about the not the dry bones. What are they called? What are those little ones that wear the skull on their head? What are they called?
Oh, I don't know enough about Pokemon.
It's
to
like
have this
something
opinion, but
bone.
know
I don't.
that guy.
It's like something
Cubone.
bone, but
It is a
Cubone.
Cubone. I think it's Cubone.
yeah, because Cubone, the skulls on their heads are the head of their mothers because they died.
Yeah. Yeah.
It's like super sad and cringy. Well, cringy, I don't know.
Oh, dead mom's cringy. Am I right?
No, I just more mean it's super like weird, and like if Pokemon were real, I think we'd be outnumbered. I think we'd die.
Did you play Pokemon Legends Arceus?
Nar.
That game is like really good. I know people are very divided on it, but I really like it because they make Pokemon feel scary because you just go out in the world and you have to like catch them. So, well, I mean, you do that every game, but you have to like dodge roll out of the way because giant Pokemon will just like charge at you, and you have to throw the Pokeballs at them, and if you miss, then they'll like whack you with their like attacks. Like you're like doing real time battles with these Pokemon.
That sounds terrifying. Can I pull a
Yeah,
sword
it
on
was
them?
like really good. No, you just have Pokeballs, and I think you have like a couple other. Yeah, you got like some bombs you can throw, but that's about it.
That's sick. I wish I could bomb a Pokemon.
Well, I think it's like a scent bomb, so like smelling salts or something.
Ooh, you know what I want to talk about? I want to talk about anime. What anime have you been watching recently?
What was the big one I was just watching? That time I got reincarnated as a slime. I've been watching that one.
I haven't finished that yet.
Mm.
I'm like in the middle of like 6 different anime.
Why'd you start so many?
I don't know. Like I'm in the middle of Reincarnated as a Slime. I'm in the middle of the second season of My Next Life as a Villainess, All Roads Lead to Doom.
Oh yeah, I watched the first season was really good.
First season's really good. And then I'm also in the middle of Shield Hero season 2.
It drops off in the second season a little bit.
I don't mind it because they're
Okay.
dropping the third season, so that's why I'm trying to finish it. Because I heard the second season was the worst arc.
Yeah, it was. I'm really hoping that third season gets good because I love.
They
the
also
first
like
season.
also in the second season they just throw so much information at you. It's just they just like overload
just
you with all
speed
this
run the
information.
arc.
Yeah, and then
Which I get because if it's the worst one, they just want to get through it.
and then I'm also in the middle of Spy Family.
Also really good. Yeah.
Yeah, I love Anya. She's so adorable. I'm also in the middle of Fairy Tale.
Okay. What do you mean by in the middle? There's like a lot there.
I'm on like episode 160 something. So
Okay,
I say
okay.
in the middle, like I mean like I'm watching it. There's like 300
Yeah,
episodes.
yeah.
And then
I mean, look, it's in One Piece, so that's all right.
yeah. Although I did watch the first episode of One Piece the other day. I just couldn't get into it.
The actual show, or did
The
you
actual
watch the
show.
live
Like I
action?
watched the first episode of the actual show. I feel like if I don't watch the show and I watch the live action, it's just doing it dirty.
I don't know. My parents phoned me up the other day, and they were like, "Yeah, we just finished One Piece," and I was like, "Hang on, what?" And then they're like, "Yeah, we finished the live action first season." And I was like, "Oh, okay."
So, no, you didn't finish One Piece. I need to actually pull up Crunchyroll because I don't know what else I'm also watching others. Oh, I'm watching In Another World Smartphone because I never finished that.
Oh, yeah, and then they did a second season too.
Oh, and I'm on episode 6 of The Devil's a Part-Timer.
Also really good, yeah.
I love that. It's so funny. It's just so random too.
I get all the isekai hate, but I kind of love it.
No, Devil's a
And,
Part-Timer is so funny. I love when
It's
they're
a
just like
reverse
speaking.
isekai. It's fun.
I just love when they're just speaking another language at the start.
And then they show up, and it's just like, America.
I did find it weird that there's just this random Japanese girl who just understands the language too. I never understood that part yet. Also, this weird old lady who also just like knows what's happening. It's all confusing right now. I'm hoping they'll explain it.
It's fine. It's fine.
I really want that old lady to just like be something they never explain. It's just an old lady who just knows all about it and just like is the landlord. And I'm just like, yeah, sure, that's fine. So yeah, that's what I've been up to. And then I've also been reading my manga. Like I recently bought the third book for My Dress Up Darling.
Mm.
So I've been reading that. And then I'm also on the second book for Vigilantes. I haven't had time to read my manga recently. It's very irritating.
I just picked up a new one. The first I ordered both, but for some reason the second book came in before the first one. But have you heard of Samurai Deadpool or Deadpool Samurai?
I didn't. The only thing I heard of for Deadpool that had to do with like manga related is like there's this one like weird spin-off thing where Deadpool was fighting villains with All Might.
Yeah, that is this one.
That's what that is?
Yeah, he like teams up with All Might, and then he's like in Japan, and then they're like fighting people, but like it's crazy because they're like fighting against Loki and like
Well, yeah, I thought it
everybody's
was cool because they got like the actual like artists who did All Might to like do it, like come do the art.
Yeah. So it's like it's wacky, but I love it. But the second book came in before the first one, so I'm still waiting for that first book to come up.
Oh, is that the
But
second
I
book?
saw that. Yeah. But I was like, wait, All Might's with Deadpool, and I was like, I need to read this.
I'm hoping they keep it going and they get like a bunch of manga artists to get in on it. I think that'd be
Well,
cool.
and then what was it? Ochako is she's basically Spider Girl, so she's Sakura Spider.
I hate it. Okay, can we talk about her?
What?
The
No,
newest season.
don't say you hate her.
The
Don't.
newest.
Don't.
Okay, I used to love her, but in the new season of My
Oh.
Hero, she was just so annoying. Like everybody just wants to throw deck on. And she's like, all the heroes need a hero. Like, shut up. Go do your job.
Maybe I haven't watched the newest season. I'm not totally caught up. So,
The newest
man,
season, she's just annoying.
no, they can't ruin her like that. She was so fun.
She just gets like there's just like a whole episode about just her being annoying, and I'm just like, ugh. You know. The new season though is super good. You have to watch it. Like it's super sick. Like they actually get in like you saw like the pictures of like Deku looking badass as fuck. You know.
Yeah.
Yeah. They get into that. Like it's that whole arc.
See, it's been so sad lately because there's all this stuff I want to watch, but due to my crippling gacha game addiction, I have just been only doing the story quests of Genshin and Star Rail and trying to catch up on all the stuff
I was
missed
gonna
there.
say gotcha like thing. Like what are you doing? Are you just like you going on Japanese websites and playing gotcha games?
No, because they keep updating these games and adding new story content, but the problem is it's basically just like you're watching cutscenes. So I just like put it on while I'm eating food, and I'm just like, yeah, I'm just doing the new story quest, and I just want to find out what happens.
I
But
totally
it's like
forgot about
so
Genshin. I was
much.
trying to find new games to start playing on my own time, and I totally forgot about Genshin. I need to get back into that. I haven't played since I last
It's
streamed it.
good.
I was streaming it before, but now I'm just like, I like just enjoying it. I don't want to stream Genshin. I want to just enjoy
Yeah.
it for myself. You know, there's a couple of the games where I'm like that. Like Dark Souls, I've been streaming just because I think it's funny. But I would also like to just enjoy it on my own sometimes too. You know, like the
That
grinding.
is fair.
The grinding part of it, I don't think that's enjoyable for stream. Like I just keep going up to this tree because I'm stubborn that I'm definitely not supposed to be fighting, but I'm just like I need to kill him.
No, that's fair though. I feel like Dark Souls is worth streaming, like especially if you get into it. I feel like the reactions that come out of that game are great.
One I
Like,
really want to
think-
stream that seemed really fun is Lies of P.
Oh yes, did you try the demo?
No, but I wanted to like go into it blind and just enjoy it.
That's fair. I tried the demo and it was like really good, and
I
I've
really
heard a lot
wanna
of good
play
things
it.
about it.
Yeah, and then there was another one that just dropped that apparently I don't know. I didn't even know it existed. There was something called like the Shadows of something or like the Lords of the Fallen, I think is what it was, or something like that.
Oh yeah.
I don't know, but I saw gameplay. It did not look that good. The
If you're
gameplay
looking
looked
for
mediocre.
a fun Dark Souls-like game to play that I really like, and it's
Star
like, I think-
Wars.
yes, but also
I finished
Code
Star
Vein.
Wars finally.
Oh, you beat it? Jedi Survivor?
I hate it.
What? No! I love that game.
Ugh, I love the game. The game's great. The gameplay is amazing. Like to be fair, it is a bit finicky on PC. I will say.
Oh yeah, I played on PS5.
Like I think I mentioned this last time, but like there was this like I couldn't like continue with the game because I didn't pet this little rat at the start.
Yeah, that is stupid.
Yeah, and then so I finally finished the game, and I just want to say, ew, terrible ending. Like I
What?
played this game to be a cool badass Jedi. Spoilers, by the way. Cool badass Jedi. I can use the dark side now. Like I can bend people to my will. Now I have a kid. I don't want that. I don't want a kid.
That's your whole holdup with the ending?
I fucking hate kids, bro.
Is he adopted a kid and now you're like, ooh, ew, gross.
He didn't even adopt it. He killed the dad and then said, "You're mine now."
Yeah, adoption. That's,
That's
how
not
that
how
works,
adoption
right?
works. Yeah, if I go kill the adoption agency, I just get all of the children. I claim ownership.
I mean, like, look, he gave the dad a lot of options.
Listen,
Not die or die.
I was
you
on his
know?
side, bro.
The dad side?
Yeah, do anything for your kid. Fuck the Jedi.
Okay, yes, fair. But also, you know, he was kind of evil.
Speaking of kids, this kind of goes into like, for me personally, it goes into like the dating thing. I did see you wanted to talk about dating.
Oh.
What are your thoughts on that? I want to know what you're thinking of that.
Oh, just the constant struggle.
What do you mean? Are you out here trying to get ladies?
I who isn't? But
Not me. I don't got time for it. I'm on like Ryan.
trying to get the dudes. So anyway, like I've tried the mobile apps, right? You know, like all of them.
I think the
You
mobile
throw the
apps are full
pictures.
of bots these days, bro. I don't
I,
trust them anymore.
I don't even know if they're full of bots. Oh, to be fair, no, there are some bots. I'll
I'm
be
so
like,
insecure about it that somebody likes me and I'm like, you're a bot. You're fake. You're
well,
lying.
sometimes I'll get one match, and I'm like, "Hi, how's it going?" And then they're like, "Do you have Snapchat? Do you want to see great pictures?" And I'm like, "That's not what humans say."
What? No, all the ladies say that to me.
Yeah, like you can immediately tell because you'll like ask a question and then they'll just be like, just ignore your question and be like, "You should contact me at this place," and I'm like,
Yeah, you're just like, hey, how's it going? You seem really cool. I wonder if we can hang out sometime. Do you want the boobies?
yeah, yes, but no.
Yes, but not
Yeah.
this way.
Yeah.
No,
Yeah, no, it is. It's awful trying to just date anybody, you know?
no, I had a hypothetical thing because like I was thinking about it one time because I just think about random shit sometimes, and I was thinking about like if I dated a person who already had a kid and we had another kid, I'd have a favorite. I will tell this to my wife straight up, like I will love the kid that we had more than yours.
I mean, doesn't that happen with pets? You know, if you're dating someone with a dog and then you move in, then you both
No,
get a dog together.
whenever
and then, like...
if I move in with somebody who has a pet, I fully plan on taking that pet with me if we break up.
What?
I'm gonna make it love me more.
Just like secretly feeding it.
She's just sleeping, and I just reach over, just like put a treat in the dog's mouth, just go back to sleep.
Love me.
No, pets is a whole different story. Pets, you can love any pet unless they're dicks. Cats are dicks. I have a working theory that the only nice cats are cats that don't belong to you.
What?
That or our family was just shitty with cats.
Maybe. But speaking of cats that don't belong to you,
Huh?
I was just like, our house, like the place I'm at right now, is so weird because we're not supposed to have just like new pets. Like you can have a pet if it's like fully trained and litter boxed and whatever.
Mhm.
But there's just like our neighbors who like have outdoor pets, or maybe they let their pets outside, because like I'll just be like standing outside like at our house, I'll go check the mail or something, and then this cat will just wander up to our door, and I'm like, hey buddy, what's up? And then I just have treats ready because you know you always do. So then I gave him some treats, and then he keeps coming back every so often.
That happened to me.
What? Cats just show up?
Yeah. Okay. So here's what happened is I was at home, right? I think I was in the middle of a stream. I was doing inside the back rooms. I don't know if you played that. And midstream, one of my friends was like, "Oh, I gotta go AFK." I'm like, "Okay, too. I'm gonna go too then." Like we both just get in a closet and hide because they can't get you when you're in the closet. And I go upstairs because I had to ask my mom something. And I was like, "Hey mom, do you need?" I was like, "What you up to?" She's like, "Oh, I'm just gardening. Like, can you go get my phone for me?" And I was like, "Yeah, sure." So I go grab her phone for her. And all this time, by the way, I went out the back door of our place and I left the door open. And then I bring her phone. I'm like, okay, I'm going now. And I go back inside because it was like a nice day, so I left the door open in mine. I close it on my way in, and I go downstairs, go to my room, shut my door, and I sit down. I'm like, hey guys, I'm back. And then all of a sudden, I just see this blob of fur just run past my legs, and I'm like, oh my god, what the fuck? And I'm like scared. I'm scared shitless. I'm like, there's a giant rat in my room. It's gonna eat me. I'm gonna die.
Giant rat.
Yeah. And then it jumps on my bed and jumps on the other side of the bed. I'm like, there's a fucking cat in my room. And then my friend on the mic, she's like, do you own a cat? And I was like, no.
Oh, no.
I run out of my room. I'm too scared. I'm not sure if it's feral or something. I'm terrified. I run upstairs. I run away. I was like, Mom, there's a cat in my room. There's a cat in my room. I was like, there's a brown and black cat in my room. I'm scared. And she's like, brown and black? And I was like, yeah. She's like, oh, that's Steven. I was like, and I was like, who the fuck is Steven? And she's like, oh, it's a neighbor's cat. Sometimes he'll just come in our house and just chill out. And I'm like, why am I not knowing about this?
They've been having secret Steven meetings without you.
Yeah, I go back to my room and I go to the stairs. Like I'm heading down the stairs, and then he just comes out of my room and runs and bolts out the back door because I was going in there to take him out. He knew I was coming for him, and I was just like, "What the hell?" And then every time after that, he would just show up. Like I would be outside talking to my mom. He'd just show up on the door. I'm like, "You, I know who you are." And I just like lean on the door. Like, what do you do if I just hit this thing and he falls off? Do you tell him? Do you tell him I did it? So yeah,
man,
I think I still have footage. If I can find the footage, maybe I'll post it on TikTok or something. But like, I'll post it on our TikTok if I can find the footage. But it was just as terrifying.
Look, I get that scenario, but I think overall, I love cats. They're like the best.
Cats
They're
are great,
so
but my working theory is that other people's cats are the only ones that like you. When you have a cat, I feel like they just secretly hate you.
I don't know, man. I think if you just treat them right, they're so loving.
You don't get to talk. All your cats got eaten by a fox. I don't want to hear it.
Well, they loved us, and the fox loved them. Is all I'll say. So
listen, the fox maybe the fox didn't eat them. Maybe he just raised them as his own.
I'm gonna hope so. There's just a pack of fox cats out there.
Fox cats, and one day they're gonna come back, and they're all gonna be like 6 feet tall, like the wolves from Twilight, and they're just gonna like give you treats.
Thank you for your service.
Thank you for taking care of us and taking care of my children. I feel like that'd be funny. We're coming up on 40 minutes here.
Yeah, we can wrap.
And that was before I hit the timer because I forgot to hit the timer earlier. So I think we're getting close to like 45. I want to say.
Yeah.
I think that's pretty good for a second episode. I have no clue what the title is. We were everywhere.
Yeah, I'm sure we'll pick something.
We'll pick something. I'll find something prominent in there, and then I'll run it by you. Thank you guys for listening. Second episode. I know it took a long time for us to get the second episode. I want to say like from the first recording to this, it was like almost a month or so.
Yeah, but see, they won't know. Hopefully.
Well, I just told them.
We'll do this more consistently.
We'll do this a lot more consistently. So the plan right now is what I was thinking is every 2 weeks.
That seems doable.
And already because we accidentally already posted the one podcast today, we're probably going to do it every Sunday now.
Turns out if you don't know what you're doing, things just happen.
Yeah, so the plan is to get it out today. Obviously, you guys won't. By the time you see this, it'll probably already be up. But the plan is every 2 weeks, every Sunday. So today is the 15th, so the plan is to get it out before the 30th, I believe. If I'm doing my math correctly. No, before the 29th.
Mm-hmm.
So hopefully we do. It's more on me than Jared, so we'll see. Other than that, we'll see you guys in the next one.
Bye.
Bye.